Welkom in de liberaal-Joodse gemeente in Amsterdam. We're very happy to host this event here in this cultural event, the finissage of Daniel Ben-Hur's work. I stand here as a member of the synagogue and also because of my love of art, privately and also a little bit for our offices. And I'm delighted to introduce to you Daniel Ben-Hur. He's an Israeli-German artist. I have to say it correctly. He just told me he's also German since a couple of years. He came to Germany in 1988 and has lived there ever since. He's represented at known galleries in Berlin. He's had group shows at the Jewish Museum in Berlin, in the Pergamon Museum in Berlin, Museum Volkswagen in Essen, and other places. And amongst others, he's had solo shows in Berlin at the Sarah Asperger Gallery, but also at the Kunstbureau and in Tel Aviv and in Israel and different places. And his work is included in the collection of the Kupferstich Cabinet in Berlin, in the Jewish Museum of Berlin, and in the Israel Museum in Jerusalem, and also some other places. Maybe we'll talk about it later.
This is history.
This is history. Now to today. How come we've had this exhibition in our synagogue? Actually, in a way, Daniel found us. I found out a mutual friend of Yet, Nathaniel, and Daniel. Her name is Evita David. She introduced him here to this space where we have changing collections every couple of months. And he very much liked the space. Yet has taken it from there, taken the initiative together with the other members of the art committee and Madelon Lino. And you've made this exhibition come true. In Berlin, Edward van Volen has done a visit to your space to see your works, but he's been a follower of your work for many years. But before that, I want to introduce the moderator to you. Her name is Katty Wieg. She's an art historian, an art consultant for old masters and for modern art, and she's initiated and curated many art projects, and she has advised in the build-up of many private and also business art collections. So I'm very happy to give the floor to Katty Wieg and Daniel Ben-Hur. Thank you very much.
Yes, so we'll speak in English. Thank you, Leslie, for your kind words. Welcome again, Daniel. Leslie told that you were inspired by the letters of the Roman and the Hebrew alphabet, but of course we would like to know first how this happened.
Yes. I have an hour to talk.
Oh, yes.
I stop because I say very shortly. I study in Israel, and after finished my academy there, so I had 1 year and I showed some work. I had some luck, but I was not. I was cooked, not ready, built to take this what came. So I had a very important exhibition immediately after the study that Yola Fischer, he was the head of the curator of the Israel Museum, and I was, oh my God, I had no idea how to deal with this. So we had an exhibition, it was beautiful, everything. But I felt that I have to continue the study. So I was very, through what I did that time, so I was pushed also from my prof about Berlin, Germany. That time it's called the Neue Wilden. It was the head of them was Hudikens, the professor there, and a group of him that they made name. There was really like this.
In the 80s, eh?
Yes, they came out even as a student, big show in New York, and they took colorful, strong immediately. And I said, okay, I have to go to Berlin. I don't speak the language, I have no idea if they accept me, they're kind of whatever. So, as a stupid guy, I went to there, I said, I want to study. And all the process, so I finished there, and it came after they made it short for me, so about 4 or 5 years that I studied there, came the Meister Schule. And then they come the big names that before I knew them from magazine, Becahon, Hudike, big Basilit, they came and they looked at the work and they said, and I had luck, very strange luck to say, but I got some extra bonus because it was the golf trees at that time. And Israel, not by the student, not by the left, by some, there was like a bonus. You are Israeli, they gave me a really good. But what happened? When they talk about the war, everybody has to present a lot of war. I felt it's fantastic what they say. I really love this. But I feel they talk to somebody else. I was already in another place in my mind. So I explained, just shortly, I explained, I felt that I don't believe anymore about what I'm doing. Because it was political, I explained it, it was political, it was reaction, not action, what I believe for many years, reaction. It was like kind of, I say, like CNN, BBC, it's true. I didn't believe in this thing. So I didn't allow myself after this to create anymore. I said I'm not able to create until it's a big change. And not little bit, that it's a big connection to what's not really big cut. So I didn't know how long it's going to take. In reality, it's happened. I was allowed to read about everything, but not you know, that it starts really here to, because you are a worker, it starts itching. So what happened after 2 years, I was working for the LJGallerie, and 8 o'clock I drive in the U-Bahn, in the metro, and I said, okay, from now on, 1 minute, 8 o'clock in the morning, 1 minute, I'm allowed to draw in the U-Bahn, it's not so comfortable, not thinking, not planning. So this starts with a kind of law to myself. And from this, suddenly it came 350 drawing, and I realized that what is interesting to me, because I said no control, but you can't have no control, you can only reduce control. So this was a start, long journey until now, and then I looked, after the 350, I said, it's still controlled. So I suddenly came to the idea, okay, throw also the idea. What you learned all your life about idea, about the Greek philosophy, the idea, you know, like it's the highest. So I decided, or came to my mind, what I can take, or what appeared from this 350, the last one, it's time to appear letters by himself. And sure that I did this work to get some help, because you need help if you want to make big change. So at the same time, I started to do a lot of body work, a lot of meditation, a lot of breathing therapy, psychoanalysis, everything. I looked how can help me, because I knew you have to be authentic. You can't just react to all what you study and to the art history. You have to be what it's me, what is my point to give as an offer, not to react, to give as a here, there is something. So, long story.
Yes, but there is a sentence, of course, you use coming back to Leslie.
Yes.
Which is very important to know that all the works which are hanging here, and also which you have maybe in your gallery or your studio, are based on letters, on the Hebrew letters, which are 22 letters, and you have the Roman letters. 26. 26.
Right.
And the difference is, of course, that in Christian religion, it's in the beginning was the word, which is the total word.
Yeah. In German, am Anfang war das Wort.
Das Wort. Yeah. But in the Jewish, in the beginning was not the word, but a single letter. God formed the word from the letters of the Hebrew alphabet.
Yes, we take it very simple. In the Torah, it said Bereshit.
Okay, but your father,
yes.
Maybe you can tell something about that. You were inspired by your father also.
Yes, I didn't realize it until I was, I don't know, 40-something, that at least this connection, because as a child you take what you take. When you're 13, 14, you make your revolution. So you go against this tradition, you go totally to the other side, and I think with 40 something you start to make the circle back to that, with a lot of help, in my case, with the psychoanalysis. It helped me a lot to realize what's going on here. So I'm using suddenly Hebrew letter, what I had in my child, but let's see also the difference, because it's true, it's something continued. But from the other hand, the Torah, the one that try the Torah, you have exactly the law, how to do it. It's not, you're not free. Yeah?
No, but you were inspired, as what I know that your father was writing the letters from the Torah with the ink, with a pencil, and that you as a child were inspired.
I saw it, sure.
You saw it, so that's a very important basic thing.
Absolutely.
Because when you see that your work, that's for example a three-dimensional work, I think that's also inspired.
I think it's the point, it's how to call it, somehow develop from what you have. I say a little bit about Kabbalistic things. They say one of the main things that it's called tikkun, to prepare, to make something better. So I say our duty, my age or a little bit before I came to the point, look to what your parents did, look to what your father did, what you can make a little bit better. Because, why? Because in the tradition of Kabbalah they say, when you fixed this point for yourself, you fixed in the generation back something, and you also to the continue you fix. So there is some meaning about this.
Well, this is what I wanted to ask you, because there are four meanings, no? In your, if I conclude from your work with letters, which is religious.
Yes. I can tell, because the way you're dealing with art or student and everything, one of the big problems, you don't know what to choose. There is so many possibilities. Should I make abstract? Should I make realistic? Should I make surrealism? Should I make this? That? So I reduce in the end. I say I'm curious about everything. I have to reduce it. So I decided what it's connect to me. It was anything that connect to religion in general. Sure, a lot of because I come from there and I appreciate it. Another thing is all about what I call movement, or until what we call today like modern dance. Anything to do with the body, the possibility, performance, action. I prefer even the word action. Anything to do with what I'm curious also in my work to find what our possibility of the body that we don't use, because there is so many that we are very limited because of the education, and I want to discover this. So the third thing is about everything what is called psychisch in German, psyche, like psychology, psychoanalysis.
Philosophical also.
Yes, the soul or the nefesh.
And the emotional dimension.
Yes. And the last thing is I put it on the way that I see drawing. Drawing in general, but also in the modern time, not only the small paper we drawing, also when it comes to video, it's a way to think. I think drawing is something very poor, very reduced, poor, and very honest. For example, if we take what I'm curious by architect, big name of architect, at the end of the day, how it's done. I don't know, sorry for the word, they went to the toilet or by the taxi or something, it's more like this, a schizza, and everything is there. Everything in this simple, honest, I'm curious about it. In the traditional.
Yeah, because how Leslie mentioned that you're using pencil mainly as your medium. You don't really paint, you use more this technique of painting, of drawing.
Yeah.
Is that because why is it? Is it because it's three-dimensional, you want to make the shadow, is it the material?
I think it starts, as a young boy, 16, 15, something like that. I was a painter, like realistic thing without that. Then it became a big, long time of sculpture. I was just doing sculpture, understanding sculpture, see the world in sculpture and everything. So this process to reduce and to reduce and to reduce, it somehow naturally to come to the drawing. Because I see, if you look to the art history, if you take the big name of people that there was sculpture, that did sculpture, Sarah, everything, Rodin, everything. If you want to really know the work of them, look to the drawing.
That's in 17th century too. Even if it's
the
not
drawing,
it's
it's everything there. It's so...
It's the hand of the artist.
Yes, it's... So it's somehow nature to come with the age, I think. It's something like Kabbalah, something going out and out and out.
Yes, but coming back to the atmosphere, you were in Berlin and everything, and you wanted to go back to the pure feeling, to the subconscious.
Yeah.
I mean, are there artists in the art history? We have Jackson Pollock, we have Twombly, we have Joseph Beuys, we have Dadaism,
yes,
which is the subconscious, but also the play with the word and letters, and also performance art, which is the sound. You sometimes make sounds of singing, or when or you work with your head, or you put you close. Yeah. So, what is their influence on that?
I think if I think about me or somebody else, you know, your influence in your situation, age, everything, it's really different. Every time it's changing, not so quick, but it's changing. Let's say 30 years ago, you know, give me to see Louis Vuitton, the new, I was, wow, so much power, so much direct. So it's today, it don't affect me. You know, I'm not there. It's not interesting for me. So it's a kind of, if you ask me today, it starts a little bit to reduce my influence for some years. Honestly, it's less from the art scene. It's less from the art. It's from other things. It's from philosophy. It's from Kabbalah. It's from kind of movement. It's children. What influence you, it's I don't need anymore so much in my mind the artists. Or sure, I'm curious, I go to see exhibition, I go to see, I talk to, but the influence, you start to pick them because in the end of the day, I'm not art historical. I have to, I'm an artist, I have to produce an offer, I have to give something or to leave something that will be in discussion. Yes?
Because it's very interesting in your work, when we see here, but also you may have to explain a little bit about the period which we see here. But when you see the letter, sometimes it has, like the ayin, it means I, and it means 70. And the letter, the L, the whole letter L, the capital letter L means 50 in Latin, but it means also liter, or so.
Yes.
Your letters are also visual something.
Yes.
Like it has two meanings. Correct?
At least two meanings.
I mean,
because,
visual and an interpretation.
Yes, because I'm dealing with this, it's a long time now, 18 years, I don't know, something like this. I'm dealing, so I'm trying to research, it's research, because I say it's experimental work actually.
Can you say something about the different works here? Like some are made in the 80s.
No, I just finished about, because you took the ayin, and so I used a lot in the Hebrew letter, because also Kabbalistic Christian Kabbalah came later, but we don't go into it now. There is a lot of influence and there is a lot of discussion between there, and the value of the letters in Hebrew. I work with it. It's another instrument that I work with, because also Kabbalistic, but also about the value. What does it mean? What does it show? So the ayin, for example, is very interesting because it's two letters, I think, if I'm not, maybe three, that they connect to the body. For example, the ayin is sure it's the ayin, but it's also the letter, but it's also value of a number, the pay. So it's also about this. So there's a lot to research there. So sometimes people ask me, what will we see in the next exhibition of you? I say, well, I'm sorry to bore you, but I think probably in the next 3 life it will be with the alphabet, because it's a huge...
Is it changing?
It's always changing.
Are you using less colors, more colors, black and white?
Listen, there is a different needs by a person, human being, because I love the drawing poor, black and white and this, but I also love color. It's not that for when my daughter born, and maybe when she was a few months, I had to run to the studio. I had 1 hour there. 1 hour, and I had to make the way 1 hour back home, and so I had 1 hour very reduced time. I use color like I can. You know, because it's something, I can't say the word can be this or that. It's that and both of them together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we go on, are there some questions maybe in between that you would like to ask? Here.
Yes, please. Do you prefer to work in silence or do you play music while painting or drawing?
I will answer. It's this and that, and I say why. I come a little bit from tradition, from John Cage, for example. John Cage also is Buddhist. It's not by chance. So one of the times, John Cage, long time ago, I say, I'm living in New York in a very crowded place. You know, and what I do? I close the window, it don't work. So one day, Buddhist is thinking, say, okay, I do it different. I open everything. Include this to your work. Yeah. So I did a lot of work in very crowded. I did a lot of work when I needed immediately when I wake up. So I have no conscience anymore. So it's experimental. So it's about 150 series now about. And so it's always the need to try the abilities. They're changing.
So that's important to know. That, for example, sorry to interrupt, but that's something you will have to know that there are a series of works. So that's very.
Yeah. So I need this two things. One, that I need this circle, like in music. I need the ensemble of the thing because I don't believe in general in one thing. I don't believe in this Greek way of thinking. I believe more in Jewish way of thinking that this idol, this one. I believe there is something above this. Yeah, it's not. And what it's ideal. Ideal, I always say something that you take. It can be a glassy, and you take it up, distance from you, and you put it up. So this is the idol. We can take it a little bit like the story with Moses after the golden calf, how you say it in English? The golden calf. Like they don't have patience. It's about believing. And they lose the believing, what they do, something stupid like this, and they pray to it. You know, so I don't believe. So this way of alphabet, it's helped me to not to do one, to go and you know what to do the next, and you know what to do the next. And different Christian and Jewish in this case.
Why?
Because as I said, the way that they look to alpha and omega, or like infinity, it's nice. We have a lot about it that we agree, but we also say, I don't know how to translate it, in Hebrew will be lelo rashit, lelo tachlit. So there is no beginning, there is no end. So it's different view of the. Anyway, to come back to this, so it's in a way this repeating. I believe more in this because there is a development by the repeating. It's never repeating. It's always make something. I'm not curious about this. I don't believe in the ideal.
And the music that you play, does it reflect this repetition? Because you mentioned John Cage, of course, minimalist, repetitive musician, composer. And several writers, they need Bach to start writing, to come into the writing mood.
Jackson Pollock used jazz music.
But it's also the music, it's about, you said in German, Schwingung, the vibration. The vibration is also something to make with the body. So it's also including in the work, because I say I teach many years, students. And I always say, we start the work, they come, nice color, everything, oh, what we do today, what we paint today. I say, relax, we will paint today. But how we start? We start with body work. I said, first come here, be here. And then, if you are here and you left everything, the story that you have behind, you left a little bit, then we can start to walk. Because the body also, I told many times to students, if you stand and paint like this, and you are tense like this is what we will see here. Think about your body, think about this part, think how you get this to start to work. And there is a lot of exercise about. Also, we know it also about I work a lot about this point about the brain side, how it's worked together, you know, and how there is a study out also with children that have a problem or concentration, how to work with them. So, and this is what I'm curious about this. I'm curious to find more there.
Yes, so Daniel, when you start a painting and you're all in the right body set,
Sometimes.
put it in the right mindset, do you have a letter already in your head that you want to paint, or do you go
Yes, because after A come B.
well?
I don't think there is A. I finish A, there is B. I don't make A and then I make Z. I make it very, I say always freedom have to have a French, because otherwise we cannot talk about it. So also this, I give the frame through the time, how long it will be, today half an hour, stop, half an hour, stop. And then I know the Aufgabe, the task that I have to do today, and this is my condition. Everything inside is totally free, totally free.
For example, when you make this work, or when we see the video in the end,
Yeah.
you blind yourself. Also
Blindfold, yes,
blindfold,
yes.
And then you draw the lines of the letter,
Yeah.
and
No,
then you put something over it, on top of it. How
No.
Can you say
For,
something
yes,
about
I take this as an example.
yeah, which is sold, by the way.
Thank you.
The other one is still for sale.
So when I start this, it took me a long time to come to the point. I had it in my mind. Yeah, I wanted to do something with the legs directly there on the floor, you know, grounded, you know, like floor. But the second time, it started with blindfold. It went to the head here to draw with this. Then it went to the everything have a reason to do with this, with the technique. We can connect to voice after stomach, everything. And then I came to this point. After some years, I said, now I'm ready. Yeah, 2 years, something I wasn't. And then, you know, it's not so comfortable situation to put between your finger there something like to paint and to blindfold and to walk with a certain time. And I lose sometimes the confidence and I fall. Yeah, that's life. But I think I take the letter and I start to walk. I don't plan, This I learned in the psychoanalysis, because I just give a small example in the psychoanalysis. You know, I pay, it's a lot of money, and you come 2, 3 times, you know, middle of your day, and you prepare it. You know, if I pay, I have to prepare very good. And after 1 year, my very good psychoanalytic is, I don't know, you know, 1 year, you always come prepared. There's nothing to tell you. And he said, and then he made to myself, to my conscience, suddenly this moment, what's happened there, it was like you take my head and turn it like this. Because I suddenly understand, it's very also Buddhistic. Go in the place and believe. The preparation is there anyway. Believe. It's about trust. Then do it. Because the preparation, it's like second hand. You know, you're so prepared. What's if suddenly something else appears? So you don't know what to do. And this also connects very strong to Judaism.
Which is, you prefer the Jewish letters?
I can't say I prefer, but I'm more connected. You know, from the inside, I'm more connected, much more stronger. It's that's life.
This is an example. You can't see, please go around and see all the catalogs. But this is, for example, very impressive. Because this is your mural wall in the Jewish Museum in Berlin.
I did this in Connect of a big exhibition there. It was long time, 3 months, and then it took longer, I don't know, 100 something, Sucha, whatever. And I connect there the alphabet, but I also tried down, also a little bit together and different, because I took for Aleph, the big Aleph, I took the blue. And for the other side, I took for the A, the red. For me, it's more symbolized. This is also the difference of changing about the Judaism, because we know how it is something that was not allowed in Judaism about the blood, and he said drink, or as a symbol drink and eat, and so on. It's like he allowed, so I took the 2 symbols, and in the middle, I connect them, because they are connected. So I took the longing 8, the second longing 8, with purple, that actually is the mixture of the 2 colors. And for me, it was more a symbol of like Buddhism. Just
does connect with Judaism? What kind of connection do you see with Judaism?
I didn't understand.
You said you do a lot of things impulsive, right?
Yeah.
And you said it's a connection with Judaism also.
Judaism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why? What do you see as
What
a connection? Yes.
I'm born like this.
I know, but you work, your way of working.
Yes, no, it's connected to the tradition. You know, even if you go far away, you want to try as a young, totally other direction. But there is something that probably when I start, I don't want to talk in plural, when I start to get a little bit older, you start to make the Christ that what connect, you know. And also about wisdom, I was some years very curious about knowing and learning. But I see that my soul is proof that it's more connected to this because of the education, the basic education, but also something that I agree with later. It's not that, you know, there is education, sometimes you say, no way. But more that I learn, more that I study in different fields, I see the quality that it's giving there. You know, take it or leave it, but there is there.
But that's the known thing. Artists always have their backgrounds. They start, you know, they have different styles, and then sometimes they really work a special way, and that's what they're happy with. And I think that's what happens maybe also that you worked.
Yes, I think also what you asked me before, I come back to it because about my father. You know. So they was dealing with full letters, you know, it's letter, it's know how you do it, what you allow, what you're not allowed, you know, and the total one mistake, they touch everything is wrong. We have freedom to transform it in a different way, one thing, but in the other way, I believe, after that I start with this later, you know, we know about Abu Afia, 13th century, that it was a big change. He said, take the letter, not the word, the letter, and deal with this, one letter. And then the other thing will appear from themselves. So the quality also of one. Today, if you ask me today, what am now inside into, after this and this and this. Now I'm suddenly in such a format, I'm very dealing and interested about, again, something that started before, about architectonisch. You know, the alphabet as an architectonisch volume. You know, I'm very curious about it. You know, like what's this? What is this? And I start to build also from wood some things that connect to it because I study it. You know, what you see, I'm sorry to say it's not fair, but it's, you look to my what I studied.
So you go back to the three-dimensional.
Everything is possible. Everything, videos, everything is possible. And when you need the media, you take the media.
About talking about media, what do you think of the digital letters? What is your feeling about that? Because
first of all, don't talk with me about feeling. I have no feeling. So what I think about that?
It's a subconscious.
What I think it's fantastic, but it's not my thing. Because I meet as a person, as I don't like to touch. I like to feel, I like to smell, I like to try it in a different way, I like to see what's the possibility of our body. All this work about, like, I did long time ago in Dessau, work on the wall, on the ceiling, and I asked them to build to this height that when I stand on this, I reach the ceiling, yeah, blindfold, 2.5 hours. So, everything talk, we fix everything, that's the way life it is. You fix something, but something else comes. I come to the place, I start to walk on this podest. Terrible. You know, I thought that when I will walk, because it's again about body, I will walk. So I'm thinking, concentrated on from here, yeah, to here. You know, so I'm there. You know, I come to this place, and when you walk or run or whatever, the wood stuff will move, and then I fall with my leg 1 meter or something down. Not nice. So what happens? Suddenly change all the plan. Suddenly I have to think from here to here. Not about forget this. You have to save your life first. After you make this. So what happened? I moved very carefully for 2.5 hours. Hit right and left and so on. And so it was irritation that I liked. First, when I came, I said, oh shit, sorry. But when second, I said, great, they give me something that I actually asked for because it's adventure. That the plan and reality meet and reality is stronger. You asked about the boys. I really believe in this tradition that you not just paint. There is everything is possible as a media. You can take media as you need because the needs they are changed. I'm not following a program. For example, if you ask me what's my wish for the next year, I would love to work with a modern dance group. I would love to.
I understand. Are there other questions? Maybe
before you said that you were going to work within a dance group, did you ever think yourself of doing performing arts, like dancer or theater player? Because
I see performance.
yourself.
Yes, I did. I did some videos. There is from this action. I call it action because I had a long discussion in a symposium about performance. I don't like the word performance because for me, performance already in the word there is performing. It means showing. It means preparation and showing something that it's about finish. Action is something that you do. Action, they say. So I prefer it. I like more this. And I had some plan to work with a dance group. Somehow, because of organization, it's a different media. You have to organize one. So it's but it's still there. Still, I'm very connected to this modern dance. Very strong. Yeah.
Two things before we stop, because we have to stop in a few minutes. Leslie, I think you had a remark about his work outside or something. You wanted to mention about the
in-betweeners. What is the word in English? I don't know. Showcase. Over there. Maybe you want to mention something about that as well, because it's a smaller series.
There is different, you can see it in catalog. There is one exhibition, there is something small for this exhibition, the red catalog that I was dealing. The question was for me, from where come the shadow?
I would say it's outside. It's very nice.
Yeah, and I was dealing what it is shadow, what it is. It's 3-dimension, it's 2-dimension, it's reaction off, it's cutting off, and all. This work also came from this series. This 8 there, and there is there on one between some pieces that are in between, but actually in the real, the way that I show it, it's near the wall, about 20 centimeters away. It's actually the shadow creates the work. Yeah. So, and there's other something in the red catalog. I don't want to go because it's a subject. If I start about it,
I have to stop. I would like to stop the talk, but I would like to end with a phrase from Goethe's Faust. I think this is very much towards your work. It says, "It is impossible the word so high to prize, for it becomes obvious that much stronger aesthetic potential is inherent in the letter to the word." Which means that the word is the word, but the letters in it, they all have their own meanings and their own lives. Actually, I think that's very, maybe,
yes.
I may say.
Yes, but maybe if we stay in this German tradition, let's take boys, because boys I really like it. He said, I think anyway with my knee. And this I love.
That's a very famous.
He took the tension from this to another place. And this is fantastic.
I think that's maybe to end this. And of course, you have to look at the video also, because all the subconscious, all the movements, everything Daniel's doing with his work is very beautiful in the video. And it shows actually very much the way they work and how they think.
And you're allowed to ask also in a small group.
Okay.